I've made you too small in my eyes, oh Lord, forgive me. And I have believed in a lie that you were unable to help me. But now, oh Lord, I see my wrong. Heal my heart and show yourself strong. And in my eyes and with my song, oh Lord, be magnified.
I'm Larry Russell, Executive Director for Love in the Name of Christ of Cowlitz County. And behind me is some of the good ground that we are privileged to work and serve in. It was just a little over 10 years ago that an idea came forth from a weekly prayer gathering by a local pastor that was simple but yet bold. The idea was this: why don't we mobilize members of our congregation to go to the Gulf Coast and help the victims of Hurricane Katrina? Amazingly, in just a few short weeks, 100 volunteers were on their way to Mississippi for week-long service aiding the victims of Hurricane Katrina. The event was so successful that on the way home, an even bolder idea was proposed. Why don't we come together to serve our community? That idea gave birth to 5 years of week-long service events called Servant Week. Each year, for 1 week, hundreds of volunteers from over 20 churches would complete dozens of projects in just 6 short days. Each year, Servant Week grew in the number of volunteers participating, the number of projects completed, and the ambitious scope and size of the undertakings. No one could have imagined its growth. And after 5 years of Servant Week, an even bolder idea emerged from the leaders. Maybe God is leading the Church of Longview-Kelso to year-round service. After prayerfully considering this idea, a decision was made in 2010 to mobilize the church to move from service 1 week a year to year-round service. We adopted a national model of service called Love Inc. and became the 157th affiliate member in 2011. I don't think anyone could envision where that first idea would have led, but neither did any of us imagine the growth Love Inc. would experience. Each year since 2011, the number of completed service projects has grown. Each year, the number of times volunteers would show up for service has increased. And each year, the amount of hours volunteers serve has skyrocketed. No one could have possibly imagined where that first idea would take us or where God would lead us. But here we are today. I want to give you a snapshot of some of the highlights of our 5th year as Love Inc. Come with me as we remember and celebrate a year of overwhelming provision and increasing growth.
And I'm the community director here at Westgate Terrace and Parkland Terrace on Tibbetts Drive and Maryland Drive. And I want to thank Love Inc. for thinking of us with a generous donation of wonderful seating that this place has not had for over 6 years. I appreciate it, and the residents really appreciate it. Thanks again.
Hi, I'm Sandy Junker. I'm the director of the Lower Columbia College Head Start, Early Head Start, and ECAP program for Cowlitz County. And I just want to thank Love Inc. for their amazing dedication to many of us in the community. If it wasn't for Love Inc., we wouldn't have buildings painted, classrooms painted, general maintenance done, helping with shed repairs. It's just been amazing in the last couple of years how much the people that volunteer through Love Inc. give.
Hi, my name is Jeff. I'm a United States Marine disabled vet, and I live here in Longview. And I want to give a special thanks to Love Inc., Building and Youth, Home Depot, ABC, Roofing Supply, Integrity Roofing, my local Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints here in Longview, for all the work and all of the hours and hours spent helping us put a roof on the house, as well as other things around the house. My heart, my mom, and my daughter are so grateful for the help. Thank you so much.
Gary Chapman. Leslie and I would just like to thank Love Inc. for the logistical support that we've received and the help in our ministry work with First Nations. And we're called the First Nations, and this has been a great help for us. And I think it ties into the ministry of Longview Kelso, and we appreciate the help.
Hi, I'm Chris Ferguson. I'm the small group project and volunteer coordinator at Love Inc. I'm an AmeriCorps member serving at Love Inc. as my host site. And we're starting this year with a small group project to rebuild the picnic tables at Riverside Park, and you can see one behind me here. Weyerhaeuser has donated the lumber, and we're putting these together as different groups from all over the Cowlitz County come together and serve the community by rebuilding these picnic tables and being a blessing in that way. It's really an exciting project because we can see the body of Christ working together to do something that's a blessing to the community and showing the love of Jesus in that way.
I'm Caleb Luther, Program Coordinator for Love Overwhelming, and we'd like to thank Love Inc. for their partnership. Over the last year, we formed what's called the Emergency Needs Grant. Every day people go into churches asking for assistance with various needs, and often the churches don't know how to assist them or don't have the funds to assist all the needs that come to their door. We formed a fund to help people with move-in costs, rental assistance, hotel vouchers when there was no other assistance available to them. And over the last year we spent $9,300, all supplied by local churches. We helped 66 households. 23 of those households avoided becoming homeless, avoided the homeless system, avoided shelter by getting into new permanent housing by helping them get move-in costs. We also helped 10 different households with getting caught up on their rent once we determined that they had a permanent solution to the problem. We helped 15 different people with ID, and we helped 4 families with hotel voucher while they were waiting for our emergency shelter. It's been an awesome year, and we look forward to the next one.
Hi, my name is Phil Hayes. I'm the director of a ministry called Building and Youth. We have been, for the past 2 or 3 years, we've been working with Love Inc., helping build wheelchair ramps in our community. And our goal is to incorporate youth, high school youth, to be able to come out and help build these ramps with skilled craftsmen and carpenters from Love Inc. and other ministries that we work together with to give them a skill, a job skill, And we have built 25 last year. I think our goal is to build 52 this year. We're so appreciative of the volunteer staff that Love Inc. has, and we feel that our community can benefit by more volunteers. So if you'd like to join us, we'd sure appreciate your efforts in helping out both our youth and the community of low-income community that needs wheelchair ramps to stay in their home.
In the opening days of World War II, a desperate battle played out over the skies of England as a small group of dedicated airmen from the RAF fought against the overwhelming forces of the German Luftwaffe that was pounding the British cities. In a desperate attempt to defend their countryside, these airmen fought a battle high over the skies of England. In just a few short months, miraculously, those airmen defeated the German Luftwaffe and bought England a few more days to fight again. Prime Minister Winston Churchill later immortalized that struggle of those brave airmen with a famous speech in which he said these words, "Never have so few done so much for so many." And looking back over the last 10 years, 5 of Servant Week and 5 of Love Inc., I'd have to say that those words could ring true for the volunteers who have signed up to serve the community. But looking ahead, I believe that there's an opportunity for a new chapter to be written. I believe that the words of the next 10 years will be, "Never have so many accomplished so much for such a great multitude." So looking ahead, I would like to say these words from all of us at Love Inc. Come, magnify the Lord with us. Let us exalt his name together.